And so one of my other coping mechanisms was my love relationships. I held on to people because I was so afraid of abandonment. I was so afraid. So I would hang on to relationships that probably weren't healthy until I met my biggest awakening, I would call it, in my life. And that would set the tone of healing in my 30s. And so I got married and I fell in love. I got married, did the big Indian wedding, and I found myself in a very toxic environment and abusive relationship. So much so that I had to haphazardly leave my home on December 31st. And this was over a decade ago now. But during that time, I had already built a big, successful dental practice. And I felt like, I was living this lie that for everybody else, right? Everyone from the outside was like, wow, look at her. She's so young. She's not even 30. She built this amazing practice. She's lost everyone. She is, all of the family friends would look up to me as a role model for their kids to become doctors and, all of these things. But I was fully in breakdown because all of the things, all of that grief, all of that pain was starting to catch up, where I literally, December 31st, 2011, I broke down fully, shattered into a million pieces. And it was, looking at a mirror in my big, 5-story home in Chicago, and just in my master bedroom, just looking in the mirror, thinking like, how in the world did I just get here? Because I'm so afraid of my life right now. That's how bad things got, where I had to leave, take whatever I could. And again, it was through the support of my brother and another friend. So community has been such an instrumental role. And I do talk about it. There's a huge chapter on just how to build your soul support posse in the book, because I'm such a big advocate of it. A lot of people don't really know how to do that. But so that's when I fully broke down is when I started to then say, I can't do this alone. I can't do this alone. I need help. And that would begin this next season of life where it was full vulnerability and full just letting people in and full surrender to what was then going to be the next, 7 years of healing.
It's so incredible that you look at, you could be in a grocery store and for some reason, because things I'm going through right now, you realize that you can go stand in a grocery store in line, or stand in a bookstore, and you never know someone's story. You see somebody online, you see social media, you see this perfect image, this perfect life, and you never know what they're truly going through. Mm-hmm. And you realize that, and it's like there's so many people out there that are suffering in pain alone. And I love what you said, community, because I think it's probably the most important thing is building a strong community, being kind to people. And that all starts with being kind to people, and it comes back in tenfold when you just live your day to day of just being kind and being good to people, because it all comes back. And that community starts building very, very quickly. And over time, those moments that you do need them, like people are there for you. They could be there for you, but you have to be open and vulnerable to allow them to be there for you. So I love that.